is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today let's ask the question, should you charge your clients for bug fixes? Alright, so during this pandemic, I'm filming from the flat the whole time because I'm isolated, so I'm trying to vary it up a little bit by moving the camera around in different angles. So you can see that I moved my desk out of the spare room into the kitchen during the pandemic. I'm isolated with one of my sons, so he's got the bedroom now, and I'm just sort of moved everything out here. That's why you can see all that junk in the background. I just wanted to point that out, just in case anybody else points it out. And I'm in my kitchen. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a comment that came in last Friday's video from Josh Adams, which was very good from a client's perspective, right? A lot of times we focus on the developers and working for clients, but we always have to think about the clients too, because they're the most important part of the equation. They're the ones who, when you do client work, they're the ones you're trying to please. You don't just want to do a good job for the client. You want to be able to continue doing good jobs for the clients and have ongoing work. So anyway, Josh says, should a client have to pay extra for a bug the developer introduced during a project? I think not. As a client, I get tired of developers wanting to be paid for every little thing when there is nothing the client can do about a new bug and who may be out of money. If you introduce, you fix. Now, Josh, I try to talk about this. I try to respond a little bit in the comment, but I may not have done a very good job because I totally agree with you. Like, if a developer introduces a bug into the application, yeah, definitely they should fix it, even after it goes live, even after the warranty period, right? They definitely should. Otherwise, they're terrible as a developer. Now, if you're doing it based on time and material, then that might be something different. But if you paid a fixed price for a job and the app was done, and the app was completed and it's released and everything and it's out there in the wild, and then there's a huge bug appears, then yeah, definitely it's the job of the developer to fix it, right? A lot of the times I talk about a warranty period. So when we do projects, we have like a 30-day warranty period saying we'll fix anything after 30 days after it goes out. If you want to, and we offer an extended warranty period if they do want something else, just in case something goes out. But there are many times, in fact 9 times out of 10, if there's a bug that's been found like 3, 4, 5 months after we go live, then yeah, I'll fix it, right? As a professional, yeah, you have to go in there and fix it, and you don't want some rubbish out there, right? You can't just say, oh, the warranty period's over, we got to do that stuff, right? Now, the reason we have a warranty period is because we can't support the app forever, right? This has happened many times in the past. First of all, iOS 13, when that was introduced, a lot of things stopped working, right? And even though we developed the app during the iOS 11 phase, like iOS 13 wasn't even a thing. When apps went from 32 bits to when they started enforcing 32-bit applications, then yeah, we had to go through and make a lot of changes there. But that was not, we couldn't go through and change everybody's applications. So those kind of things. Sometimes you get the bugs that are just, yeah, definitely you introduced it into the thing. Other times it's environmental, like a new Android phone comes out or a new platform. A really good example of this, another good example of this is Android O. Starting with Android O and push notifications. Push notifications on Android needed to have a channel associated with them, which before they didn't, right? It was kind of a new requirement. So a lot of the push notifications just stopped working on later phones. And that was something, it wasn't necessarily a bug, it was an environmental change. And that was kind of the thing where we had to, yeah, definitely had to charge for it because it was, we can't just keep going through. Like if we go to 128-bit programming or whatever 10 years from now, we can't just continue to support an application forever. But yeah, definitely, I totally agree with you. And any developer out there who is not proud of their work in some way in order to do that, then yeah, they dump them, get rid of them, drop them. And I think there's so many developers out there who are very, very good at what they do that they would be disgusted by somebody who put something out there with a bug in it, and then when you ask them to fix it, you say, hey, look, this is obviously a bug. It crashes all the time. It's not the expected behavior. If they don't fix it, or they don't investigate and fix it, then they're not worth anything, right? That's just my opinion, and it's difficult because you're looking at the two different sides of it. Like a lot of times, developers, we could have we have clients that say, this is a bug, when really it's not. It's like, that's the expected behavior, right? That's what was in the specification. That's what we specified all the way along. And they'll say, no, because it should do this or whatever. And they'll call that a bug. And then sometimes sometimes it can be a very fine line, but sometimes it's clear. Like, if you click on something, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. If it crashes, if you're supposed to go from one screen to another and it doesn't, that's a clear bug, right? And if your developers don't fix it, then yeah, I think that's terrible. Like, there's bugs that come from the code, and then there's bugs that come from the environment, and the bugs that come from the code. Then yeah, I definitely think they should fix it. But as a policy, the warranty period should be there. I think anybody should be able to put that in there, and then like I said, 9 times out of 10, we'll fix it, because it's well, first of all, because it's embarrassing, and because we want the clients to come back. So. Thanks very much, Josh. I wanted to point that out because it's a really good point. And again, a lot of times I'm working with software development companies, I'm working with clients, and I'm squeezed in the middle where the developers will say, oh, we need money to fix that bug, and the client's saying, I'm not paying for that, right? And sometimes, I'm in this situation where I either have to pay to fix the bug myself, right, because the developers, but they ain't using those developers anymore. They can go take a hike, and we're not doing any further projects with them. And that usually the threat of that will make them change their mind on that. Right? Or so a lot of times I'm the one squeezed in the middle, and I totally know what you're talking about, right? For the rest of you guys out there, those of you guys who are clients and those guys who are software developers, what do you think about this? If your client comes back to you with a bug that wasn't picked up during development, wasn't picked up during testing, and you've gone live, and let's say you've been live for 6 months, would you fix it, or does it depend on the severity of the bug, or what? So anyway. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're staying safe. And that's it for today. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight.